opened his own hospital
Oh wow.
and actually takes care of these people
Yeah. Yeah,
and
it's just-
tries his best.
Yeah, and it's something that, you know what I mean, that needs it. Like, I can understand Jersey, just the economic, you know, I see like Jeff writes when you're talking, Jersey's very hard to survive. I mean, even
Yes.
if you're 100% healthy, like the saying is, you need 2 jobs and a criminal syndicate on the side, just to get by, you know what I mean? And that's just the Jersey motto, and I can understand, you know what I mean? Property in Jersey is crazy, you know?
Absolutely.
So like to find like help here, like I noticed a lot of people too, like us, are ending up in nursing homes or rehab cares, you know, just cause.
I'm 32 years old in a nursing home.
Yeah,
That's
Well,
not shit I would be living my 30s.
yeah, and it's a big,
But it's hard.
yeah, it's like you can't, you know, I mean, between what you get for a disability and, you know, you just can't afford to do what you used to do, you know what I mean? And that's when my heart goes out to, I'll be honest with you. It's not the older people, it's the, like, here's what happened to me. I used to go to another dialysis center where I was the youngest one there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people passing away, like, you know,
Yeah.
they're always coming in stretchers. I was the only one who was really walking in. And I've seen a lot of them passing away, so I was like, God, this can't be what dialysis is like. And I happened to have to stay with my sister about a year ago for like a week, and it was a different dialysis facility. I think it was Franklin Lakes. But the 99% of the population that went there was all younger, I mean 30 and under. And just to see these people who were like 23, 24, who like just started the family, like they were the breadwinners,
Right.
3 kids deep, wife stayed home, took care of them. Now they're on dialysis. And the problem is yeah, they get their Medicare immediately and their disability, but they don't have the work credits. So now their disability is $200 a check.
Oh, wow.
Like these kids were going to dialysis, literally flying out the door, hopping in their cars, doing Uber, because it's the only job that would pay them.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, they were the breadwinners of their families, so they're Ubering 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or, you know, DoorDash. It was just, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, I never thought about
You know,
that
I mean, I
either.
was like, wow, you know, and there's a lot of guys, like a lot of people, and I felt that. But, you know, that's the struggle, and you know, I always thought back in my head, and they were like, the government's got to do something to offset that, you know, maybe help them out a lot more, you know, but, you know.
But it needs to be brought to light.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do.
Man, that was.
Not just us either. There's tons of people.
Man, you know, I mean, I get it like a lot now since we've been doing a podcast, like you're doing a good thing, thank you for bringing this to light, keep going. Where a lot of people were scared, you know, like, yeah, granted, I was scared before, wasn't I?
Yeah.
And it took her a while to finally get me off the edge to do it. I was like, all right, you know, let me just take a shot at it,
Yeah.
you know, and there is a lot of people out there.
Yeah, there
that want to
is.
listen to us, you know, and it's
And
just,
we appreciate it so
Yeah.
much.
yeah. that
Because
means-
it's good to be heard, you know.
Yeah, and well, you guys are more than willing to be heard too. Like I just talk with anybody would ever want to meet up with us to do like some kind of podcast.
Yeah, even come on.
Yeah.
Come join us for the day.
Yeah, there's always an open seat for any warrior out there who would ever want to come in and sit and talk about everything. Because you know it'd be good to hear other people's point of views.
And we'll try our best to help you guys get to us as best
Yeah.
as we can.
Yeah, you know, like either meet up with you or somewhere, something along those lines.
Yeah, we can figure it
Yeah.
all out.
You know, but I think that's would be like great. You know, because you know doing
Yeah, because we want not just our opinions, we want everybody's opinion.
because your opinion
Not just people on dialysis, but people who take care of
The caretakers are a
Yeah,
big part.
they are.
A big part. You know.
And you don't understand how grateful we are for you guys.
Yes. Yes, that isn't like something that is very, very has to be known.
Because we do have to outweigh the good and the bad. You know, we're still living,
Yeah,
we're still breathing.
it might not be the life we wanted, but we can still be around for the people that we want to be for.
Exactly.
Like our
And
significant
be there for
others.
ourselves.
Yeah, you know, but like my biggest thing is like when they first get on dialysis, I think it should be mandatory. Like you're on that chair, first person you see on that chair is some kind of mental health therapist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think that is something that should.
And that needs to be involved in like everywhere.
Yeah, but like me, because I think the first 6 months of dialysis is the roughest.
It
First
is.
you're adjusting to the chair, right?
Your
Then-
body's not used to the treatment.
Yeah, so you're balancing all that, and then you're balancing what you're going to lose. Like you lost your job, like I lost my career. You know,
I lost my walking.
Yeah, like you
I
walk,
couldn't even walk.
you know, like some people like she had to walk again, and then like, you know, I was bound, like losing everything, going from like she said before, like I was very independent.
And you lost like
Toes,
stuff,
yeah, I lost
toes.
toes, amputations, just trying to keep my foot. Because the last thing I want to do is lose my leg, and that's what I've been battling these last 2 years is these
Yeah.
infections because I don't want to lose my legs. They were like, yeah, you can
And
stop.
that's a huge part of our compromised immune system.
Yeah,
Gotta love it.
yeah. And like, you know, the last thing I want to do is lose a leg. You know, and I've been battling that a lot too. You know, but then it's like you lose everything. Like I'm stuck in a nursing home for like this last year and a half. It's like, you know, I lost my family, lost being under the same roof as my wife and my daughter. You know, and it's like, you know, what your family goes through. You know what I mean? Like some family can handle it, and some family can't handle it.
Yeah.
Like I know, like maybe like my brother,
And it's okay if you can't handle it, 'cause it is a lot. It is a lot.
Like I just found out from somebody that like my brother doesn't like the way I look right now, and it hurts him a lot to see me like this. And I can understand. I see myself in the mirror, and Anne Marie said it the other day too. You know, my wife.
I do get worried about
You
sometimes.
know, and it's
But I look at myself too. I was just walking in here like, look how skinny my chicken legs are.
But you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I never thought about it. It's like, oh no, you're right. It's like, I don't look like the Timmy of 5 years ago. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's just like, you know, I was close with my brothers. You know, my brother Mikey, love him to death. My brother Joey, speak to him every day, love him to death. My sister Madeline, I can't express how much I love you for what you're doing for Emily and everything. But, you know, these guys
Yes,
Tight.
Madeline.
and helped me out a lot. You know, I mean, and even my whole life. Mike, you've been here my whole life, and you know that. I was the fucking knucklehead who did everything. Like, you came to my rescue more times than I can ever say. Never thank you for it. But I can understand, like, the one time you came just to look at your face when you were seeing the way I looked, and it just, I knew it was hurting you. You know, I knew it hurt you a lot. I apologize.
Because they don't want to see us like this.
Yeah.
I get it, but like, it's real life.
You know, and it's like.
And that's why we want the message, because this is real joke. No joke. No joke. This is real life, real talk.
Yeah.
And we might get a little graphic sometimes, but that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And it needs to be shown to more people.
Yeah, more people need to see it, you know what I mean? Especially with this government. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff out there that we're supposed to be getting down the line that's not coming. You know, I mean, Medicaid.
And they promise and promise and promise.
Yeah, like Medicaid and Medicaid, they're taking so much away. But you know, I'm 48 years old. I've worked my whole life. You know, I mean, they've taken stuff out of my check my whole life. So when I come to use it, and it's like, you know, I had to fight. Like I just got granted Medicaid May 1st. They literally were to take it away June 1st because of a renewal. I was like, I just got it. Like, how is that?
30 days prior.
Yeah, I was like, how is that even possible? But like, I got it worked out. The nursing home, wherever, got the lawyer involved, and they fixed it. But I just like, what if I was at home and I didn't have that lawyer?
Right, exactly.
You know,
And you would have had to pay for that lawyer,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
And
saying?
Medicaid's very important for people on dialysis. Just Medicaid's the only insurance that covers your transportation. Like Medicare paid for the dialysis, but they won't pay to get you there. You know what I mean? That's on you. You know.
Which I don't even have Medicaid right now, and my nursing home does not have a social worker.
Yeah. Things are so like messed up. You know, it's like, what do you?
But at every nursing home you go to, and I know, and I've been in 4 of them in the last 3 years, they are all the same.
Yeah.
They're not gonna change.
No, they're.
Because I actually told Donna today, I was like, I was thinking about coming back. She said, for what? It's no different. And I know you've been having problems with this place
I
too.
mean, it's like, you know, my bit of gripe with nursing homes now is like, you know, first of all, it's the food. You know, we're supposed to be on a renal diabetic diet, and they don't even understand that. You know what I mean? It's not even near what I should be eating here.
I do not even eat the food at my nursing home.
Yeah.
I go food shopping at least once or twice a week.
You have to. You know, the food is just that bad. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's nursing homes. It's about the bottom dollar now. You know, the rooms.
And we pay to be here.
Yeah.
They take our disability. So we're paying for this food, we're paying for room.
You know, but between that and that.
We should at least be getting something good.
Yeah, you know, most people pay on that.
The care, the nurses fly in and out of these nursing homes like crazy.
Yeah.
And let us know if this also happens if you're in a facility.
Yeah.
Because we can figure something out.
Thank God, because I mean, like some of these nurses, it's either they're understaffed and they're just overworked. Like, you know, I had to chase, I got my 5 o'clock meds last night at 8 o'clock. I was like, if I didn't come get you, were you even coming into my room? She's like, oh, I had started, and then the excuses start coming.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
like, wow, you know.
I didn't clock in till the start.
Yeah, it's
That's not my problem.
you know,
This is, you get paid to do this. And my mom always says, if you are not empathetic and feel for people, you do not belong in this career.
yeah. There's good nurses out there.
There
I
is,
mean,
and I do give my shout outs.
Yeah, there's great nurses here, like, but there's like also some they just but you know, just like
You have to hunt them down.
like the Phyllis, like you know, the way I just feel like most people feel like the owners or whatever in these facilities, they want people to come in that are only going to be here for a little bit and then pass away. They want this to be the end room. But the trend that is happening now, like you know, from here and other places, that people like ourselves are ending up in these nursing cares because of just the care we need. You know, between the dialysis, the diabetes, the medicine you gotta take, the insulin you gotta take, and just the ups and downs. It's like, you know, caretakers, like with you, Ben, and my wife, they can't take it. It can't be 24/7, you know, where we need it, you know what I mean? And that goes to like another subject, like I don't know if I brought it up before, but, you know, we're about like wanting my home place. It's like, that isn't possible.
Well, if you have, you know what I was thinking, because I was thinking about doing this when I get my own place, when my Medicaid kicks in. Getting a visiting nurse coming
Yeah, but
to keep me up on my meds, like, and
how often do you think she would need her?
like probably like 3 times a week.
On the dialysis stage, right?
Yeah, probably.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe on the dialysis stage, just to come in and check on you.
You know, check my sugars.
Or even like I was telling Anne Marie, I think Anne Marie might have told me, it was like, you know, like a halfway house or a housing where just like it's 3 or 4 dialysis people just sharing a house.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Where it's like.
and we can eventually build that, but we need the help of other dialysis
Yeah.
patients and people, caretakers or nurses, anybody that can help.
You know, that would be awesome if you could find
Because we're
something
not
like
only trying to spread the word, we're seeking help as well.
that. Yeah.
And we can't do it without others. So let's come together as a whole.
Yeah.
And
And again, that's the
become-
other thing, it's like, we're by no way, any means, any kind of medical physicians. We're just spreading our experience on this. You know, what we've gone through, what we've seen, you know, 'cause you gotta advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
And we learn from ourselves, we learn from what we go through and everything, so, I mean, we're not doctors, but by the time we're done with this, I think we're pretty much gonna be close to it. Might be nephrologists or something at that point.
Shit.
You know, at that point, you know what I mean? But it's like, there's just so much that gets thrown at you that you just, you know, you have to learn to live with it. And the changing of everything, just.
That's why I like what you just said about immediately see a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And not saying get put on medications or anything, but have somebody to help you get adjusted to
Yeah.
the lifestyle.
Yeah.
I
It is
like
a
that
lifestyle.
idea.
It is, like,
It's your whole life is changed.
You know, once you go to that chair, you know, you either do one or two things. You're either gonna fight for that transplant quick and get that transplant, or you're gonna learn that chair's gonna become a part of your life.
That's why when I told my boyfriend last night that I was crying about it, he goes, "We need to get you this kidney ASAP."
Yeah, like, that's what you know, between the both of us, like, Anne Marie's very pro kidney transplant, which is great. Like, she wants it. And me, on the other hand, I'm kind of like hesitant on it now, just because of the fact of what I hear, and then the aftercare is big for me. Like, I don't think I'll have that aftercare set up for a while, with the way it's probably gonna have to go. But I've also met some warriors that were, they're like, some of them are pro transplant, and some
And
of
that's
them-
totally okay.
yeah, it's nothing wrong with it. And then, like, I've met a lot of people like who just don't want it. They're like, you know what, I can make the chair work in my life, you know.
Right.
You know, but that's something I'm working on and she's working on, you know. She's got a good donor and her boyfriend is gonna come in and probably give her a kidney and she'll be able to do that, you know, but.
And that's a huge safety net in itself,
Yeah.
just knowing somebody wants to help me save my life.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, that.
Okay, maybe I'll get a little emotional, but it's just the gratefulness
Yeah,
in that.
that is, man, that's something that, like, you know, you should be happy about.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
grateful. I'm so happy.
Oh, you got a good man back there.
I
man.
do.
You know, he's a good guy, you know, I told you that all the time, you know. Caretakers are a very, very, very important part of this journey, you know what I mean? It's like, because at some point you break down to where you're totally just by yourself. And you have that conversation with yourself, you know, you have that 3 o'clock in the morning, wake up, look at the fucking ceiling and go, well, where is this gonna happen? What's gonna happen, you know?
Yeah.
Who's gonna come help, or who can I ask for this, or I don't wanna ask this person, or I don't wanna ask that person, you know, it's a big, you know, you have a lot of conversations with yourself.
Ups and downs.
Yeah, a lot of ups and downs, but if you have a good caretaker, someone that's by your side that whole time, that means a lot, you know, you can never thank them enough.
Right, right.
You can never, you know, you just
For
can't,
sure.
you know, it's a good part of the journey.